In today's video, we're going to talk about how to start with a YouTube video and turn that into all sorts of other types of content, whether it's podcasts, whether it's a blog post, social media, etc. So if that's one of your favorite ways to create content with starting with YouTube, then this is the video for you. All right, in just a second, we're going to head over to a little screen recording where I'm going to walk you through the different ways to repurpose a YouTube video into tons of different types of content. But first, I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Emma Givens. I am a content marketer and brand copy strategist for small business owners, probably like you if you found your way here. And if you love learning about copywriting, content marketing, mental health, and entrepreneurship, then this is the place to be. So please hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you never miss a video, and let's get into it. All right, we're going to talk about how to start with videos and turn that into blog content, social media content, or even a podcast episode. So first, think about the options for video. It's not just here on YouTube. It's also testimonials, speaking event recordings, training recordings, Instagram stories, and IGTV. And of course, it's constantly evolving. By now, you can add TikTok, you can add endless. I'm sure by the time you're watching this, there's endless ways you can use video online. And it's all on the table. So the first step to repurposing a video as other types of content is you can auto-transcribe it. So set it up to auto-transcribe. You can also set it up to separate audio from video. Now, what does that give you options to do? Auto-transcribing means you can use the video script as the basis of a blog post, right? You can tweak it so that it flows more clearly as a blog post, but basically, most videos end up being long enough that they could do well as a blog post. You might even need to shorten it down. If you separate the audio from the video, you can almost always turn a video script into a podcast. Now, you want to make sure that your video's audio is reasonable, especially when it's eliminated from that visual input that someone could be distracted by. But as long as your audio is of reasonable quality, you can definitely use that as an audio training or as a podcast episode. There are lots of transcription softwares, but you could use Sonics, Simon Says, Trint, or my favorite is Otter.ai. So Otter like the animal.ai. And here is an example of me turning an IGTV, and you can absolutely transcribe something like that. You could put an IGTV on YouTube as well. So don't even necessarily think about changing a video into other platforms, or do think that, but on top of transforming that video into variations for different platforms. So if we go back up to that original list, YouTube videos, testimonials, speaking event recordings, see if just by reformatting or by cropping it into smaller sections, you can take one video and turn it into many. That's why it might be a good idea to start with a slightly longer content marketing format like a YouTube video or maybe an IGTV, and then crop it down in sections into a couple Instagram stories or into TikTok, or go from YouTube to IG or IGTV to YouTube. Now, you've gone between video and podcasting, and I also mentioned that transcription can be the basis of a blog post. So then when you have a blog post, and there's a whole separate video on repurposing blog posts, but basically think about it like this. You can identify your best quotes from the transcript even before you go to a blog post and just post them on Instagram. They can be your caption, you can turn them into graphics, but you'll know if you said something that really resonated with your audience, and maybe that's enough. Maybe you don't want to write a whole blog post, but you do want to create some written content out of it, and using some standout quotes will be a good option. You also will want to embed your video on your website, and there's a few reasons for this, but if you have a blog post that matches a video, or it matches a podcast episode, that blog post generally will perform better because it has so much multimedia in it. So embed it. If you've got it on YouTube, embed the video onto your page as well. And then if you're also using resources like Pinterest, for example, you can create a video pin, at least as I'm saying this again in 2021 because things change, but you can create a video pin, and that video pin can link to your website directly to that blog post where the video is housed, instead of sending the person to YouTube, and then you kind of lose them unless they like your channel enough they subscribe, which is great too, and that might be what you want. But ultimately, if you're a business owner, you want them on your website more than anywhere else. Your YouTube is trying to get them to your website too, so just embed it. Embed it so that you can have that option open to you, even if you're not using something like Pinterest yet. And so those are some ideas for how to take a video and repurpose it into other types of video, into a podcast, into blog posts, and into social posts. And again, if you want to know more about how to repurpose once you've gotten it to podcast format or blog post format or social format, watch some of the other complementary videos in this repurposing series. And it's going to go into more depth of how you can take one of those pieces and expand those out into more. So if you have a really good command of how all of them can expand, then you're going to have endless ideas for how to repurpose any type of content, no matter where you're starting. All right, let me know if you're going to give it a shot to start with a YouTube video and to turn it into another type of content. Tell me in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to seeing the results. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe so you never miss a video, and I will see you next time. Bye.